Did you know that the most beloved woman in the Old Testament, for whom a man worked 14 years, faced a curse of infertility and died tragically at the most crucial moment of her family's journey? The story of Rachel, Jacob's beloved wife, is a tale of love and tragedy that echoes through the centuries. She is not only a figure in a love story, but a tragic character whose life was marked by a profound paradox: being intensely loved, yet bearing the shame of infertility in a culture that measured a woman's worth by her ability to bear children. Rachel was known for her captivating beauty, a beauty that disarmed Jacob and made him work for years to win her over. However, behind her stunning appearance, there was a hidden pain that consumed her. Rachel was barren, a condition that, at that time, was seen as a curse and a source of deep shame. In a society where fertility was synonymous with blessing, Rachel lived with the constant weight of expectation and rivalry with her sister, Leah, who, although less loved, was fertile. Rachel's life hides a secret about the cost of rivalry, the weight of expectation, and the irony that sometimes the most desired blessings come wrapped in mourning. Rachel's story is a testimony to the silent curse that haunted Jacob's beloved, a woman who, despite all adversity, left a legacy forged in the furnace of affliction. To fully understand Rachel's tragedy, we need to go back to the moment when it all began, the fateful encounter with Jacob. It was love at first sight that triggered one of the most complex stories in Scripture. Rachel, the woman whose beauty enchanted Jacob, became the center of a narrative that transcends time, revealing the depths of the human heart and the silent struggles that many women have faced. Let's explore this encounter and discover how Rachel's life turned into a tragic poem of love, pain, and redemption. Rachel's story unfolds in Genesis 29, where she is introduced as the youngest daughter of Laban, a shepherd. Rachel, known for her stunning beauty, was a captivating figure whose eyes shone with a special light. Her life took an unexpected turn when Jacob, fleeing from the persecution of his brother Esau, arrived in Laban's land. Jacob, a man of strength and determination, found Rachel by a well. The scene was idyllic, but charged with restrained tension. Upon seeing Rachel, Jacob, moved by an inexplicable force, rolled away the heavy stone covering the well, an act that symbolized his instant dedication. The connection between them was immediate and profound, as if fate had brought them together in a moment of perfection. The Bible tells us, "And Jacob served 7 years for Rachel, and they seemed to him but a few days because of the love he had for her." Genesis 29, verse 20. This verse encapsulates the intense and overwhelming love Jacob felt for Rachel, a love that seemed to transcend time. However, this perfect love was about to be tarnished by a family betrayal that would lay the foundation for years of rivalry and pain. Laban, cunning and manipulative, saw in the situation an opportunity for his own gain, without considering the suffering it would cause Rachel and Jacob. What seemed to be the beginning of a glorious life was about to turn into a journey of struggles and challenges. This mystery, involving Laban's betrayal and the rivalry between Rachel and Leah, leads us to explore the depths of the human heart and the consequences of our actions. The central mystery of betrayal and its consequences is revealed on one of the darkest nights of Jacob's life. After 7 years of hard work and unconditional love, Jacob finally prepares to unite with the woman he loves so much, Rachel. However, under the cover of night, Laban, Rachel's father, orchestrates a betrayal that would change everyone's destiny. The next morning, Jacob wakes up next to Leah, Rachel's older sister, replacing the woman he loved so much. The pain and humiliation that Jacob and Rachel felt at that moment were indescribable. The discovery of Laban's betrayal created a deep wound, a scar that would never heal. Leah, although upset at not being loved, had a cruel advantage. She was fertile. Leah began to bear children for Jacob, while Rachel, the beloved, remained barren. This toxic dynamic took hold in the family, fueled by rivalry and despair. Rachel, in her anguish, cries out to Jacob, "Give me children, or I shall die." Genesis 30 verse 1. This statement goes beyond a simple desire for motherhood. It is a cry of desperation for value and identity. In a culture where fertility determined a woman's worth, Rachel's barrenness seemed like divine judgment, a curse that left her at a constant disadvantage. The rivalry between Rachel and Leah intensified each day, becoming a silent and painful battle. Rachel, unable to bear the shame and humiliation, was driven to take desperate measures. This rivalry led her down a path of conflict and distortion, where pain and despair became constant companions. Rachel's tragedy is a grim reminder of the distortions that pain can cause, of the desperate choices we are led to make when we feel that our identity and value are threatened. This rivalry would be only the beginning of a series of conflicts that would plunge the family into an abyss of suffering and betrayal. This rivalry led her to take desperate measures, plunging the family into further conflict and revealing the distortions that pain can cause. The rivalry between Rachel and Leah only increased, turning Jacob's house into a silent battlefield. In her despair, Rachel found a desperate way out. She gave her servant, Bilhah, to Jacob so that she could have children by proxy. The battle for love and recognition was fought in a cruel and indirect way through the wombs of women. Finally, after years of waiting and despair, Rachel conceived her own son, Joseph. In a moment of deep emotion, she declared, "God has taken away my reproach." Genesis 30 verse 23. However, family tension reached a new climax when Rachel, leaving her father's house, decided to steal Laban's household idols, the teraphim. This act, possibly linked to inheritance rights or superstition, revealed a faith still mixed with pagan customs and a cunning that echoed that of her husband, Jacob. The theft almost led to tragedy when Laban caught up with them, ready to take revenge. The situation was critical, and the family was on the verge of collapse. This moment of family crisis would set the stage for the great revelation. Amid the chaos and tension, Rachel was about to give birth to her second child, an event that would tragically seal her fate, marking the lives of the entire family forever. Everything was about to reach a point of no return. We have reached the climax of a narrative, a moment of incomparable pain and profound symbolism. During the difficult journey back to Canaan, Rachel, already pregnant with her second child, goes into labor. The journey, already marked by tensions and betrayals, becomes a scene of agony. The delivery is difficult, and the midwife tries to comfort Rachel, but she feels her life slipping away. In her last moments, Rachel gives her son a name laden with meaning, Benoni, son of my sorrow. However, Jacob, moved by deep sorrow, rejects this identity linked to tragedy and changes the name to Benjamin, son of my right hand, symbolizing hope and strength. Rachel's death on the way, without reaching her final destination, is laden with symbolism. She dies giving birth to the tribe that would become the royal tribe, Benjamin, from which Saul and, metaphorically, Paul would come, and the tribe of the Messiah, Judah, through Joseph. Her sacrifice and death become part of the divine plan, a testimony that even in pain there is a greater purpose. Rachel is buried on the road to Ephrath, and her tomb becomes an eternal landmark, a place of memory and reflection. Rachel's story leaves us with a profound question. What deaths along the way and pains might we be experiencing as God fulfills His purposes in our lives? Like Rachel, we may be experiencing moments of deep anguish, where the pain seems insurmountable. However, just as Rachel's life was a testimony that even in pain there is a greater purpose, we can find hope and strength in the midst of our own struggles. Rachel's journey teaches us that often the most desired blessings come wrapped in mourning. But even in pain, there is a promise of redemption and a divine purpose. Amid this tragic journey, we find a profound and personal application. Like Rachel, we all face barrenness in our lives, seasons of waiting, unanswered prayers, and a sense of helplessness in the face of divine promises. Where do you, like Rachel, cry out, "Give me children, or I shall die," in relation to a dream, a calling, or a relationship? Rachel's life reminds us of the danger of defining our worth by our accomplishments or fertility, and the temptation to take control into our own hands, as she did when she gave her maidservant Bilhah to Jacob and stole Laban's idols. Rachel's story teaches us that God often works in the midst of our pain, and that his purposes are fulfilled even through tragic endings. The God who heard Rachel and gave her Joseph is the same God who, in his sovereignty, transforms Benoni, the son of my sorrow, into Benjamin, the son of my right hand. He has the power to transform our greatest sorrows into unexpected blessings, to convert our moments of despair into testimonies of his faithfulness. Therefore, may we find hope and strength in Rachel's journey, remembering that even in the darkest nights, God is present, working on our behalf. Like Rachel, we can trust that, in his perfect timing, God will fulfill his promises and turn our pain into blessings. Get ready, because we will be closing this lesson with a powerful call to trust in God's sovereignty, even in the midst of pain. We have reached the end of this profound and transformative journey. Rachel's life teaches us that love and pain can coexist, and that God is sovereign to fulfill his plans, even through stories marked by tragedy and delayed hope. Her legacy, the tribes of Joseph and Benjamin, proves that death does not have the final say in God's purpose. The God who was with Rachel on her difficult journey is with us every step of the way. He is the same God who transforms Benoni, the son of sorrow, into Benjamin, the son of the right hand. You who are watching may be going through moments of barrenness or pain. Know that God sees you, and he has a purpose for you. Ask him to transform your pain and frustration into strength and blessings. Take a moment to reflect on an area of your life where you need this divine intervention. Comment Benjamin here in the comments as a declaration of faith that God can transform your pain into purpose and strength. Share with us an area of barrenness or pain where you need God's transforming intervention. May each of us find comfort and hope in God's sovereignty, knowing that he is with us, even in the darkest nights. May you be strengthened and blessed with unshakable faith and unbreakable hope. We want to pray for you, asking God to guide you, protect you, and transform you, just as he did with Rachel. May you find peace and confidence, knowing that God fulfills his plans, even through the greatest storms.